O justice system, how do I describe thee? Let me count the ways. Crowded courts, congested dockets, delayed proceedings, inefficient processes, overcrowded jails, confusing, uncertain, expensive. Real problems that cannot be ignored, old problems unaddressed and forgotten. In 2013, the Justice Sector Coordinating Council, composed of the Supreme Court, the Department of Justice, and the Department of the Interior and Local Government, looked at these old problems with new eyes. Communicating, coordinating, and cooperating with each other, the JSCC broke down walls and opened new areas of collective effort in addressing real problems through sensible solutions. One of the fruits of this collective effort is the recognition of justice zones in various areas of the country. A justice zone is an empowered area or locality where key governmental functions required for the delivery of justice are present. A radical breakthrough that looks at the delivery of justice not as a purely court-led or lawyer-driven function, but as a six-phase process that integrates the work of the police, the local government, the prosecution and defense lawyers, the judges and jail and penology officials in a new spirit of communication, coordination, and cooperation. Preliminary. Justice means giving to one what he deserves. A fully functional justice zone will empower offices and agencies concerned with alternative dispute resolution as a vital first and necessary step. Initiation. For conflicts that cannot be resolved outside of the courts, the ends of justice are best served by having only those cases that have the best chances of winning filed in court. This would entail a coordinated effort at joint training and information sharing. Joint training. Joint training directly benefits the administration of justice because all the partners in the justice sector are made aware of their respective roles, participation, and burdens in the entire process. The use of technology is also maximized with the envisioned hub for recording, storing, updating, and making available all important data. Filing. By streamlining communication flows and information sharing processes, a justice zone allows a shift from cases that are often incomplete and largely testimony-based to prosecutions that are theory-driven, evidence-based, scientifically and empirically provable. A fully functioning justice zone would include the use of eCourt, an automated and unified case management system designed specifically with inputs from the users from the court system. eCourt helps judges manage their caseloads, allows lawyers and litigants to keep track of cases, and monitor developments with the least cost to their time and resources. Automating court processes also reduces the human intervention, thus making it more transparent and less prone to corruption. Arrest. In a fully functioning justice zone, the arrest of a person triggers specific protections guaranteed under the Constitution and the law, such as the rights of a suspect to counsel and to bail, where appropriate. It also contemplates specialized treatment based on sensitivities arising from gender and age. In a justice zone, the safeguards to the right to bail and to release of inmates and prisoners would also be in place. A unified detainee record system would allow judges and jail officials to find out if detainees are due for release because they have completed their service of sentence or are in prison beyond the minimum or maximum imposable penalty. This unified system would also allow for single verified identification, which reduces the instances of multiple entries for the same person. Trial. In the trial phase, a fully functioning justice zone contemplates court and related processes that operate on time and in real time. These would include the right to preliminary investigation, witness notification, protection, and coordinated presentation. Included would be ways to make it easier for witnesses to testify without repeated appearances, which are costly to the witness and also, in specific cases, also dangerous. Among the features of a fully functioning justice zone in this phase would be automation and integration of information databases such as the IBIS for ballistics, AFIS for fingerprints, forensic reports, and expert witnesses reports. Included here would also be the judicial affidavit rule that dispenses with direct testimony of witnesses and which cuts down on the trial time. A fully functioning justice zone would also include a continuous trial system which would try cases daily until terminated. Post-judgment. A fully functioning justice zone looks beyond the service of sentence of convicts to ensure that, once rehabilitated, the person has every opportunity to become a productive citizen again. Also included would be programs such as e-Dalaw, which give inmates the means to be in touch with their loved ones who may not have the means to visit them regularly. Also, alternative learning systems to provide literacy and skills for inmates to keep them from being idle and assure productivity. Finally, it would also include therapeutic community modality programs to prepare the person's release into the mainstream of society, and reintegration program to assist in gaining clearances and to find employment opportunities. To address overstaying prisoners and speed up action on releases, a justice zone would put in processes that would integrate the prisoner's database, or IMIS, and coordination among different agencies, the efficient and effective turnover of offenders, convicted detainees, records, and electronic information from courts and jails to pardon and parole officers and Bureau of Correction. The Justice Zone is an experiment in empowerment of the justice sector through communication, coordination, and cooperation. It is a breakthrough in the way we think, the way we act, and the way we serve. Real problems addressed through sensible solutions. Old issues seen through new eyes.